today
Yeah.
you tested out the new Shimano cleats.
Yes, I put those new Shimano Enduro cleats on, and they
Oh,
do
you called
every.
them enduro cleats. You called them
Well,
enduro cleats. Whoa, whoa.
I thought you called them Enduro cleats. I think I'm following, but I haven't ridden them on my gravel bike yet. I was going to put them on, but just didn't have enough time on my gravel shoes. But I put them on, and they're great. I can attest to the fact that not only do they just feel like they snap in easier in general, but definitely I had times today where, hang a foot because it was loose and dusty and put it on, and I knew I was right on top of the pedal, not like toting and stepping down, and it made it in no problem. And it's definitely an easier, you can feel it kind of ramp its way into clicking in as opposed to feeling like you got to snap it in. But there
Okay.
were no differences in terms of the release or anything I felt. I didn't have any problems like, say, feeling like there was less tension. I left all the tension on my pedals the same. And they were great. So that's it. My trusty SMSH 51 cleats that have been around for 30 years, they've been downgraded. So I'm on the new ones. Yeah,
What's the
they're,
new part number? What's the new
oh
part
man, I
number?
don't have it memorized yet. It's like a TC something with a one. I can't remember exactly what it is.
Well, for our listeners, that looks like the front of the cleat is just slightly more bull-nosed or rounded down.
Yeah,
And how
it's
would you
just
describe
it's
that?
just angled. The part that snaps in and under, instead of it being flat, it's just got an angle. And I think what that really helps with is the rear step in or the center step, and that ramp just helps it slide in and spread the retention system apart a little bit. But they do what they say that they're supposed to do. So definitely those are going to be a permanent part of my riding from now.
Well, this afternoon, well, this afternoon is moving fast, but I hope to put them on my own S-Fire shoes that I got from you that I'm going to
Right?
try them out. I'm a little nervous. Got some good coaching from you on how to mimic I'm going exact same shoe size, same model, same shoe. I'm
Right.
gonna clean that cleat. I'm gonna get the
That's right.
calipers out. I'm gonna try and recreate the cleat position. I get nervous changing cleats.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like I was talking about, just locate the visuals of how much gap and space there is on the side of the cleat. And even I gave one tip: if you can take like a piece of painter's tape or something, if you're looking at it visually and are trying to get that last, minute measurement, you can take a piece of like painter's tape and set it across and pick two, say, lugs on the sole, and set it across to make a line kind of up above, a visual line, and then you can adjust the cleat to that and move it. Yeah, and measuring from the tip of the cleat with calipers up to there's like a junction, on the shoe where it goes from the hard carbon and then the rubber starts. And those I've found with Shimano over the years are all pretty consistent. Their tolerances coming out of their factories are pretty tight. So those are the tricks I've figured out, not only for myself, but for clients who would come in and have like, oh my God, I don't want to switch my cleats myself. I've been running this exact same setup for, 3 years and want to get them identical. And I find that the mountain bike cleats are a little easier to do that sometimes than the road cleats. Just from a visual standpoint, and then also if you're lucky in a way that you have new shoes and new cleats, so you can keep your old setup looking exactly at it and then, and build up your new ones. The one thing I do like about the mountain bike cleats, talking Shimano, because I run them on my road bike, although I don't really ride road much anymore, but from setting all those up, once you get the mountain bike cleats to seed in, they have just like a few little knurly grippers on the bottom of the metal and they make a nice set of grooves. So like my shoes this morning, I just pulled the old cleats right off and just stuck the new cleats right on. And if you just wiggled them, they just dropped right into the old, those old little stepped in parts from those
Yeah, yeah.
feet on the cleat. And that was really easy to switch. And so for you, obviously setting it up, you got to kind of compare to where the cleat is centered on the slots that slide back and forth where they go into. But yeah, those are the tricks from back in the day.
All
On
right,
on
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.